And we're keeping all this in. This is raw, unedited. Listen,
what?
This is so raw right now, dude.
Oh,
we keeping shit real around here.
This is going on YouTube Raw. We're going in Raw.
YouTube raw. Oh, that's right, motherfuckers. We're back. You thought because we were gone for a week and we were going to do this shit again? Psych. You thought. We're back, bitch.
And guess what? Because we didn't have an episode last week, this one's going to be twice as long as all the other ones. Fuck yeah.
Twice as long, bitch. Double the episode. Fuck you.
And maybe the last one.
Like, okay, listen. Having a girlfriend's great because she's your best friend and she's your girlfriend, and all those things kind of go together really nicely.
When it works out, yeah.
But sometimes you want to fucking, you want some guy friends, all right? As a guy, you want to like
some dudes.
You want some dudes, bro.
Yes.
You want to get in your room with your guy friends and have a couple of beers and talk about whatever, right? It's just a different interaction. It's like a completely different thing. It's like the difference between an apple and a banana. Like, yeah, they're both fruit, but you don't really... They're different, okay? They're different things. Is what I'm trying to
have
say.
never seen somebody put it so difficult. All you had to say, it's like apples and oranges, which is the same.
No, because apples and oranges, they're both round. They're kind of in the same colory spectrum. Like, one's orange and one's red, but you could have like an orange apple.
Oh my God.
Like, a banana... No, dude. A banana is very, very different shape, okay?
Dude, I have never seen somebody have such a hard time with this. Yeah, they're similar, but they're completely different things. That's the saying.
And that's what I'm talking about, all right?
That's so fucking funny.
And I
can't believe you said the most complicated way. It's like when you have two fruits, like apples and bananas.
What, and bananas a fruit?
I just watched you go through this whole thing.
Listen, it's different. And
yeah.
I think that's one thing I've totally been missing from my life that I would really like is a group of good guy friends to like do guy friend shit with, because everyone else is gone, and even like I haven't had that for a year. Like I had Adrian and I, great friends, great guy, had you, but we all lived together, so it's a different thing. And we kind of just sat in the apartment.
Yeah,
I didn't really do much going out.
Yeah,
I miss that. However, I feel like it's over, really.
Well, that's the funny thing about the pandemic thing, was that it didn't give you the closure you usually think you're gonna get, and honestly, that idea of getting closure never really feels the way you want it to anyway. So it's almost like it's almost as if we've gotten the most realistic version of things coming to an end than anybody's gotten. More real than anybody's gotten, and was in fact the most strange way of things ending anyone's ever experienced. Because if you think about it, everyone's like, graduation, it's this big like coming of age when you're done and you get to move on and you say goodbye and maybe you move along with some people. But that's the thing, is when you put those moments on a pedestal, right? When you get to it, it doesn't feel the way you imagined, right? It doesn't feel like a transition. It just kind of feels like
any other day.
A weirdly overly celebrated day, right?
It's any other day.
Whereas with this, it was exactly that. It was just a regular day in the pandemic where you have to just sit in your house and do nothing, except today's the day I graduate. Like, it was more authentically special because of how unspecial it was.
Right. Well, what you're trying to say, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, is none of this is really that special, right? I think the word special, too many things have become quote unquote special so that everyone could feel special, right? Like graduating college. I know it's momentous. I get it. You did some work, you graduated. But sometimes the amount of celebration people do kind of irks me a little bit. Like, you're not that special, dude. What? Like, parents fucking, here's a $30,000 car. You spent $160,000 for this kid to go get average grades for 4 years, studying something, whatever, Then the kid 4 years later, he's partied, he's had a good time. You buy him a fucking car? Listen, great. Good for you. Get a car. I want people to get cars.
What I'm more saying is that the transition, right, that you put on a pedestal is usually more of something like this. Like, it's kind of just... there's more of a malaise to it than you expect. Like, it is just kind of like, we're just moving on to the next thing. Like, it's that simple. But the academic accomplishment, that having an academic accomplishment in your in your repertoire is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like graduating high school, college, getting a master's or a PhD, like an academic achievement is one of the noblest and greatest achievements that you can aspire for in the current age, right? And that deserves a lot of celebration. The thing that seems to be the misleading part, right, is that it's gonna feel like you're moving on.
It never does.
And you might like get a sense of like things are over, but it's never like a literal turning of the page. And so that's where I mean, like,
right.
Despite everything being so abnormal in the way things ended, like the ending itself is more true to how things end, which is just kind of like
they're
it just kind of ends and you just move on in your own way.
I feel,
which made it special in and of itself.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think this was a better anyway. Not better than any other way to end it.
There's not even really a great way to put it because it's incomparable. Like every other moment like this has been a big, like, we're all gonna come together and do this thing, and you just can't this time, which is very strange. And I mean, hopefully we'll get a chance to like have that more, ceremonial kind of deal in the future. But honestly, I've been somewhat grateful for the way things ended. I don't think it was worth the cost, but like,
no, of course not.
There is something about like, ending things just kind of on a downbeat that makes it seem more natural. And it allows you to maybe have better expectations for the future. Or I don't know, maybe people are genuinely disappointed.
But it would have been nice.
Oh, it would have been fucking killer.
For you. It would be great for you.
I would have loved it if we could have all gone out in a blaze of glory.
It would have been great. However, I don't know. I don't think it would have been as glorious for me, even if I had graduated around the same time, simply just because of the way things worked out,
Yeah.
So, but it would have been nice to be able to be around people and I'll wear like some funny long blue thing with a square hat, sit in this place, and some old guy in a even funnier robe comes up there. He's got like a shield on it, tells us how great everything is.
He has a shield on it?
Yeah, like a little, like, what do you call those emblems? Like a shield with like a cross on it and some tigers and lions.
Oh,
and
something of arms?
Yeah. He's got like a little thing. Coat of arms?
Coat of arms.
And it's like,
yeah,
displays his rank.
Sure.
In the fucking academic
he's the
hierarchy.
general of college.
He comes up, he's like, you guys are great, thanks for your money, great accomplishments, you'll do great things, which only about, I'd say, 2% of the people in the crowd usually do great things, all right? So this whole do great things thing's really over. Only a few people do great things. Oh, most of us will go get a job and be miserable or at least be kind of happy. Sometimes you'll have a kid, like, I get it. But the great things, like, I think it's great that we all aspire to do great things. I don't think it's great that we all feel like we all should and can do great things. Like, we all should aspire to it.
What?
Listen. How many fucking Teslas and Einsteins are there in the world? Very little.
I mean, but there's no situation where a person doesn't think they can do it and then does it.
No. I'm not saying don't think you can do it.
That's literally what you just said.
Okay, well then I said what I mean to say is don't think it's owed to you. Like,
yeah, don't be entitled.
But that's what a lot of people are.
Yeah.
They think just because they got this fucking 4-year thing, they think I'm gonna do great things. That's not how it works, asshole.
It's not gonna be handed to you.
And
even though your diploma is literally handed to you, you have to. There's a whole 4-year process to get to that point.
You know whose fault that is? That is parents and colleges. That's all their fault. I don't blame any of it on the students. Students are great. We're just trying to get by. But this whole, like, when you're a little kid, them telling you, like, you can be the president. Shut the fuck up. Do you know how hard it is to be president? You don't have to be good. You just have to be really rich or really powerful in some way.
Oh, my God.
All the things have to align.
Yeah.
And you got to be born here, so if you're not born here, never tell your kid that.
There's a really interesting fact that I heard, I think it was in the middle of this last spring quarter, that's really stuck with me. It was during the launch, the Elon Musk new space astronauts, the new spaceman launch.
Space guys.
Those guys. The ones who got sent up into space. They did like a talk, like a pre-Tesla launch or SpaceX. I keep saying
Right.
Tesla. It's not a bunch of like
Tesla cars. Well, they did put
launching
one in
into
space.
That's true. But they did like a talk, like a physics talk before the day before the launch or something. And it came up on my YouTube recommended. So I like skipped through and watched bits of it. And Elon Musk talked for a portion of it. And he talked about how, and he said this kind of in passing, right? Like he wasn't trying to teach everybody. It was more like talking to, just like trying to extrapolate on this idea. He said, when he's trying to explain how they launch the rockets into space, he's literally explaining rocket science.
Right.
When he's explaining that, he goes, you have to be able to find a way. The reason that the rocket bends is because your fight against gravity, continues to increase as you try to reach the stratosphere. So you get this arc, right? And you have to have enough fuel to bend that arc out of the gravitational pull, right? And then he made this point where he goes, trying to kind of extrapolate on that, where he goes, and you have to make sure, you have to measure the burn on your fuel to beat that arc, because there's no such thing as escape altitude. There's only such a thing as escape velocity. And that stuck with me for a second, and I was like, that's interesting. And there's something oddly poetic about that, where we all, when we're aspiring or looking towards our future, we're thinking of a moment or a place to get to, right? Like if I could just be here, I could take off, and my whole life will be this incredible journey. But getting to a place or an altitude isn't the goal, because there's no such thing as escape altitude. Getting to the place doesn't send you off to your future and whatever comes next. It's your velocity, the energy that you put into getting to that altitude, that will launch you into the stars.
Man, that's beautiful, man.
It stuck with me. It was this oddly beautiful moment of this oddly poetic moment in this SpaceX stockholder meeting, but it was really powerful. It's this powerful idea of it, and it spoke to like what we're going through right now, right? Where it's like reaching for a destination doesn't get you anywhere. In fact, it'll pull you right back down. You have to propel yourself long enough and hard enough that you blast out of your own atmosphere, or your own, not barrier, maybe the wrong word, but blast you towards wherever you want to go, which is past your own home planet.
That's, amen. Somebody call.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's great.
It's been with me this whole time. It's a crazy idea.
And that ties right into what I was saying. It's not about the diploma. It's not about like, I get this and then all the money comes. Because, well, one, bachelor's degree, it's like, it's meant to, the training is what you're here for.
Yeah, that's
right? That's what you're actually here for.
That's that escape velocity. Yeah.
Not the paper.
Right. But that's the thing, is because you still measure those moments. Of course. With velocity comes altitude, right? Like altitude is included in the measurement of velocity, right? But it's an element. It's not the whole thing.
It's the byproduct, not the cause, not the root.
It's a portion that goes into how you get there. Like like I said, it's a measurement. It's how you calculate getting to where you want to be. So yeah, when something like a pandemic comes and you don't get to walk in front of all your friends and family and get handed this diploma, it's disappointing. But ultimately, your moment on that stage isn't what was going to send you into the future. It's your work and dedication that brought you to that moment that is going to keep you going if you hold on to it long enough and far enough, which again it was such a beautiful metaphor. And it speaks to kind of what we were talking about, and I was saying earlier, where this seems more like a realistic
Right.
end to things, right? Oftentimes people get lost and caught up in their college years because it all got built up to this graduation, and then life after graduation wasn't this great journey through space and the stars through their future, because it was this moment, not a force to push them ahead.
Right.
So when people get lost in that and they just kind of like reminisce all the time, and they're just like, if I could just, get back to that moment when I was graduating and change, and like, at that moment I could change things. And this is more real. This is less of an opportunity to get caught up in your own college years and thinking like, this is special. Like it is special, but this is like who I will be. And this is taking me to where I'll become. And I'll just always have this with me and carry it throughout. Where in reality, like, college is just this quick little burst of energy that, if you use it right, can keep you going, but it's not this like central place to be, or this altitude that you get to that sends you into the future. It's just
4 years.
Tank of gas.
It's just fucking 4 years. And
it is special. It's just like, like it is how the pandemic is. It's like you just move on day to day and take what you have with you and move forward. It's like, that's what I'm saying about getting to move on, is if you can move on with this, it might be better because you're able to just move on and use it as fuel, rather than constantly being like, I was there and then I fell away.
Then I fell off. No, I mean, it's just 4 years, and I do have the worry that fun ends. However, I believe this to be a false shepherd worry.
Well, yeah, you were worried about. You said I want to get bro. I need the bro friends. I need the guys in the room.
Yeah,
with the
but
beers.
who's to say that doesn't happen?
That's what happens. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is
like if I find the bro friends in
even if
life,
it happens to you in college or not, like it's just supposed to be what gets you to the next spot, and then the next spot after that. So
yeah, I think
hopefully you'll be able to take whatever you have here, and then we'll both have more people that we're meet. Like, that's the thing, is your circle of friends is constantly expanding. Like, you're constantly meeting new people. So the thought that like, oh, this group of people I met didn't work out, so I'm always gonna.
No, that's just a stupid. That's a terrible. And I'll tell you how I know that, because
it's over because I didn't meet anybody.
Yeah, that's not. It's only over when you're dead. Okay, that's the only time you can't meet anyone anymore. That's it. And by that point, you're not.
And if you are trying to meet people while you're dead, you freak them out.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be happy about that.
Whether you're a zombie or a spirit.
Spirit. I just want some friends.
And they hear it as and like shit's moving around. Dude, are ghosts just trying to like meet new people?
Meet people, and they're just so sad. They're the people that never got a friend group.
Dude, they totally are. Like, that's why they're like turning on the sink and stuff. They're like, oh, I'll clean up.
Do you want some running water?
You like sleep because you're still mortal. And I don't, because I don't need to, so I can just clean up the place. And instead, people are like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry,
the sponges are out." Yeah, geez, it's not over though. Like, you're not dead yet.
No.
So
I am really sweaty and hot though.
It gets hot in here. Listen, you viewers, you listeners, you don't understand. We have to close all the doors, close the window, so you guys can hear right.
I've had to start wearing like very open and like flowy clothing so that I don't overheat when we're recording this.
It is a labor. It's an intense labor, but it's a labor of love, Hunter.
So what do you want to happen next? Because you're not even potentially going to come back to California at all.
All right. Listen.
Whereas I'm like going to move on and then try to come back.
I'm having a hard time deciding where I want to live. And let me give you a billion reasons why California is not the place. All right. It's fucking expensive, dude. Everything costs way too much. Mm-hmm. Okay. The groceries, and you know what? Everything costs too much, and you get taxed up the fucking ass. And where does it even go to? I don't know. All the cities suck, and they're nasty. I don't know where all this money's going. So let me get this straight. Let me get this fucking straight, dude. if you make $70,000 a year, which is, kind of an average post-statistics degree salary, right? Mm-hmm. You make that fucking 30% income tax right in your ass. All right, there goes like 30% of your fucking money you earned, and who is it going to? I don't know. Who's spending it? No idea. Fucking, what is going on? Do you get health care? No. All right. Anything for your children? No. But we pay for fucking militarized tank cops. Mm-hmm. That's where the fucking money's going. All right. Then the rent, dude. The fucking rent. This apartment. Everyone who's listening, listen to this bullshit. All right. Get a load of this fucking horse shit. Okay. We're in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's pretty small compared to 2 bedrooms in other places. All right. But it's not like super small. It's an average size. Hold on.
Sizable apartment.
Hold on. Let me because only in the bedrooms. All right. The kitchen is small. The living room's good, but it's an average sized apartment. Yeah. Let's just leave it there. Yeah. Now there's 4 people in this apartment.
There's 3 people in this apartment.
Well, no, 4 spaces rented out. They make money from 4 people, right? Uh-huh. Usually there's 4. Now, pandemic, some people aren't here. How much do you think it's reasonable to pay per person if you're splitting a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 motherfuckers? $850 per person. Almost $900. They're making more than $3,200 a month from one apartment. They got fucking 100 of these motherfucking... They got more than 100 of these units. All right? This is ridiculous. What if you're poor? What if you don't have rich parents? Where do you fucking live? Nowhere? This is fucking ridiculous. Okay? And the state's on fire and Thor is really angry at us. Okay? So why would I live here? There's nothing here. Oh my God. I had to pay $480 something to get my goddamn... to get my... registration, and I know it's because I was late, but even without the late fees, it comes out to $100 something. So it's ridiculous. So you have no money here. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And your apartment is okay, but you share it with 3 other people. Here's what I want. Okay, I just want one room for less than $800. Like, that's all I want.
Like a studio.
It doesn't have to be a studio. It could be in an apartment shared with people, but give me my own room. Mm-hmm. Right? But that is so hard to come by. All right? Especially here.
A 1-bedroom apartment.
A 1-bedroom thing.
Apartment.
No, it could be like a 3-bedroom apartment, 1 person per room.
Yeah.
$800 per room.
Gotcha.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with shared living. I just if I'm an adult, I want my own room. Mm-hmm. I want to jack off and not have to worry about when someone comes back.
Or having to look somebody in the eye after you do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, and I want to be like, hey, I'm trying to do my thing here. All right.
You're talking about jerking off in this instance.
100%.
Can you leave, please?
I'm trying to fucking bust my nuts. All right. So that's a bad listen. That's not the reason I'm mad at California, but all the other reasons I listed. It's ridiculous. Now, a state like Texas, I understand it sucks ass, okay? The racists everywhere. You got nothing cool going on. And listen, if any Texans listen, fuck you. I used to live there. It sucked ass, okay?
It's got some cool stuff.
It's got cool things if you're the right kind of person. The white kind of person. But, no, I'm just kidding. Texas has cool things.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a lot cheaper to
Where
live
else
there.
would you go? Because...
There's 50 fucking states.
You've talked before about wanting to cut out the entire middle portion of the country, so I don't know where else.
All right.
You're really thinking there are options. I know you don't like Washington, so that's also out.
Dude, Washington sucks.
Oregon's
like the worst Washington.
So you've
just 10 times the hippies.
Not only have you cut out 90% of the country, also half of one side of the country.
Yes, I don't like Washington and Oregon because everyone there is a dirty hippie.
So let's talk about. Where would you go then?
I've genuinely been thinking about...
New York's going to be expensive.
No, fuck that. No.
It's going to be more expensive and worse.
It's not true. San Francisco is more expensive than New York, rent-wise.
But I'm talking about not California.
Yeah.
It's going to be
about
the same, if not worse.
Yeah, it'll be around the same. But let me tell you this. I've been thinking about leaving the country.
Yeah.
And I've had a few spots on my mind. Germany's one of them. Okay. All right. Germany's great. Mm-hmm. Great town. Right. Great town. It's a fucking country. Stupid. We got Canada's good too, but it's also kind of pricey. But they have a lot of they get taxed around the same. By the way, everyone's like, oh, dude, okay, if you're it kind of make good money. Okay, my family,
It's gonna be way more than 30%.
No. There's tax brackets here in America, right?
Yeah.
If you make
3.
right, but you get around 45% tax if you make over, I think. In California, listen, don't quote me on this.
It's
I'm
insane in
spitballing,
California
right?
Specifically, but plenty
okay,
of states don't have
right.
that.
Well,
like Florida.
Well, let's look at them. Look at how they're doing.
Yeah,
but no,
Yeah.
but you don't understand.
Look at them.
They're also
in horrible
They're
shape.
also stupid.
So we
But
should
see, the thing is,
follow
no.
what they're doing.
Listen, the reason I don't like, I'm not against taxes. I'm actually for this amount of taxes.
Right, you just don't make enough money to.
No. It's fine. If I make 70,000, tax me at 30%. Just give me something for it. Something.
You get roads.
Oh yeah, really? How many fucking you want a cookie? You fucking government? You make roads?
What?
Dude, every other country's got roads, and they don't.
Because you paid for it.
They got their healthcare and shit. They got school. They get taxes.
Yeah,
right?
but yeah.
Roads? Are you serious? The best you can come up with?
Well,
what do you want to fucking ride a donkey around?
It's a pretty big one.
No, dude, fuck that.
The roads is pretty
have
important.
existed for a while, and they will continue to exist. Okay?
Only when you pay for it with taxes.
Listen, I bet you the amount of fucking money they take from our taxes to fix roads is so infinitesimally small compared to the amount they pour into fucking, I don't know what, military and shit. Police,
military,
right? Yeah. Get that shit out of here. If I'm paying 30% of my money to the state, something's got to give back.
Yeah, you want to see more of it.
Or the community's got to be nicer. I don't understand why people go hungry in America. I don't get it.
It's a crazy idea, right?
No, doesn't make sense because you know how many fucking...
It's crazy.
First of all, we throw away a lot of food, okay?
Right.
And we can a lot of food and then don't open the cans, throw away the canned food. Why? Fuck is wrong with us? Wasteful, gluttonous country, okay?
Yeah.
Then we tax everybody in California for some fucking reason because they're sick bastards at 30 to 45%. Almost half your money gone, and for what?
Yeah.
Nothing. So I would like to see...
Well, not nothing, just not what we
Not as much as I would like.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. So you would rather go to someplace like Canada,
where if they're going to tax me up the ass, geez, I might get some health care for my
cancer,
children.
They'll pay for it.
Yeah, like if you get cancer here in America, good fucking luck. Okay, and if you already have cancer and then you decide I'm going to buy some health insurance, good luck. No one's going to be like, you have cancer? I'll insure you. That's a fucking they'll say no 100% of the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure Obama was trying to stop that. He was like, that's a stupid idea. This is a really bad idea. What if you get cancer and you want some health insurance? That's good for him for doing that. So, listen, we're going off a tangent.
Where do you want to live?
I don't know. Is the real answer?
Yeah.
Because I would like to pursue my dreams of comedy and music.
Yeah.
And there's only
good luck with that in Germany.
You can't do that in Germany.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a electronic dance music producer, which I exactly, and I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I want to stay with my girlfriend, like around the same country.
Yeah, Germany's not going to
Germany's not the place to go.
Either.
She'd fit in though, but
yeah, she looks just like
she looks so German. But I think she's English. I don't know. I don't really care. So that's kind of a problem. I want to pursue my dreams.
Just stay in America.
I will. I will definitely stay in America. Listen,
so much easier.
It is so much easier to not do the thing that I want to do. Mm-hmm. But getting out of California might be a move. I just financially, I don't see how people could really look at this place and go, "This is a good idea."
Yeah, that's the weird thing for me, especially. Right, was the reason I wanted to come out for California was one, it's amazing, right? One of the greatest just locations, hard to beat. The other aspect, though, was I needed a place to pursue film.
Yeah, this is it.
I wouldn't have had half of the opportunities that I had in Colorado.
No, you have to do this.
There's a lot of like filmmaking going on in other states, but in terms of access points, there's like 2, maybe 3 if you include Austin. But Austin's also mostly if you're going to the school.
Right.
Like New York and LA are like the 2 hubs of starting out trying to get there and film your own thing. And there's people trying to do that across the country. But if you're going to talk about like a pool, like an infinite pool of actors and artists to access, that's not going to be anywhere near. No one's going to be able to get near
match
that
New
kind
York
of
or
thing
LA, yeah,
in the middle of America.
and that's why I'm
until maybe now, because right now there's a lot of that kind of pouring back into the middle of the country because of this pandemic and all that shit.
This is the false kind of thing that I see. I know people are moving out of California, but the people that are moving out are usually the uber rich that will fly here to do their work anyway.
Right.
Right.
New York,
It's not like the fucking movie studios are like, let's go to Minnesota.
Right, but that's what I'm talking about, is that there are studios in plenty of other parts of the country. The places where people are, right, that are trying to do this are in large swaths
on the coasts.
On the coast.
LA.
That's right. So, but what's happening is New York is having a vacancy issue for the first time in decades.
Bring the fucking prices down, assholes.
That's what they have to. That's what they're doing.
And clean the streets.
And it's still not. New York has been fairly clean for a long time. It's not like the 70s. Where
they literally have giant trash bags on the side of the street in New York.
It's a city. It's going to be dirty. But like, if you look at New York,
tell that to Tokyo.
Anyway,
tell that to
what I'm
the
saying
Japanese.
What I'm saying is that there is, because of the virus, there has been a sweep, like an exodus from some of these cities that I've wanted to be a part of because of this big artistic hub, but would be okay with doing it elsewhere if there were other opportunities.
I'd love to as well.
As equal to those, right? But that hasn't been available until now. And there's no guarantee that when people leave those other cities, they won't go back.
Right.
It's just that they're leaving and there's this virus going on. We'll see what happens. But at least now there is an opportunity, right, for other places to explode because everybody's leaving. Now, so they could leave and go to other places and possibly create new communities there.
I made, speaking of all this moving, where are you going to go, where are you going to live, I made the biggest big brain, high IQ play of my life my sophomore year when I chose to do this statistics degree. And I'll tell you why. Okay, I said, listen, I know I want to be a comedian. I know I want to be an actor. I know I want to be a musician. But I looked at the other people that tried that, like, and it didn't go well for them. Mm-hmm. And then they ended up having nothing. And I know they say don't have a backup plan. That's for losers. That's for people that don't plan right? You know, a fucking backup plan is because you're such a lazy shit. You didn't want to think of a second thing because you didn't think you could fail. But you know what? Everyone can fail. All right. Now let me tell you why this big brain IQ play. High IQ, high precision accuracy. Because if you're going to work as an actor, chances are starting out, or a musician or a comedian, starting out, you're going to work at a restaurant, do some shitty minimum wage job, 8 hours a week for a long time. Like 40-hour weeks, you'll probably be working because that's how much it takes to fucking live. Okay. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm going to college anyway. My parents are paying for it. I'm in a position to really fucking squeeze all the juice out of this lemon. Okay. So I'm going to get a STEM degree, even though I suck at it. I'm going to get it.
What's the lemon? What is the lemon?
The lemon is life. Okay. I'm squeezing because it's an opportunity that I had to take. I said, I'm going to get a STEM degree not because it's better or whatever, because I know in society for some stupid reason it pays more to have one. I'm going to get one. Then, while I'm trying to do my dreams, instead of waiting tables making minimum wage, I'm going to make a fucking salary that's livable. Mm-hmm. And if anything, having that extra money might mean I could actually give myself more time. You know, instead of working 5 days a week, I could say, hey, I'm okay. Instead of making $70,000 a year, I'll make 65 or 60. I'll just work 4 days instead of 5. I'll work part-time. I can afford similar things. I can still pursue now I have 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a bit of Thursday, because, you know, Thursday after 5 p.m. you're done. 3.5 days to pursue everything I want, right? I'm not stuck at fucking Joe's Crab Shack waiting tables, okay? High IQ, high precision plays. And it's not like I'm going to... I played life so well. I'm so proud of myself for this, okay? Because I'm going to do my dreams anyway. I just want to be able to not be so broke. Like, I want to have a nice TV and eat out from time to time and not eat oats every day because I'm pursuing my dream. That's a fantasy people have. That's a real fantasy. Like, oh, I'm the struggling actor. No, you're just an idiot. You're just an idiot who didn't prepare. You suck.
But the people who have been the most successful in
No.
film and
No,
comedy,
that's
and
actually
music,
that's not true because all of Pink Floyd, they were all engineers. They all had master's
that's
degrees
true.
in engineers.
No, I'm not saying that there aren't people who have done what you're doing and have become
Right.
successful. I'm saying most of the people that you and I know in entertainment
Right.
went through a not, I'm not gonna say harder, I'm just gonna say a non-STEM path.
No,
of
no,
like
that's
waiting
fine.
tables and stuff like that.
That's totally fine.
So-
you're right. You're right about that. But,
I mean,
but it's more
maybe
of
you're
a.
missing out on something.
It's more of a. I think it's more of a.
Maybe there's something soul-sucking about
Nah.
the statistics, and there's an energy that you
No,
get
because
from waiting tables.
because I'm starting to
You're
come around.
missing,
I'm
maybe.
starting to come around to the statistics, and I'm doing more of a business type of internship. So it's not like I'm just coding or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, that is because they're correlated, but they're not causal, right? These are statistical terms. These are high IQ, high big brain
I
plays.
understand. there is a big.
It's because they don't want to
there's
do
a
the STEM
big
degree, so
pool.
they won't do it anyway. That's what I'm saying. They were like, I want to be an actor, so I'm gonna try and do that.
Because that's all they think they could do.
Genius. And you know what? That's a great move. If you're willing to wait the tables, because you kind of have to wait the tables. I just wasn't willing to wait the tables. I know I want to be a comedian. I just want to have some fucking cash in my like. Because if I want to, let's say this, 35 years old, 35. All right, let's say I didn't do this. I'm still waiting tables. I'm like the head waiting tables guy at the restaurant, like the guy that tells all the other guys what tables to wait.
Right.
So I'm making like $13 an hour instead of 11. Oh boy. Okay. 35. And you know what I tell myself? Man, I really love my girlfriend. I want to marry her. And I want to have a kid. And I want to put that kid through college. Because these are things I want too. This is
Right.
personal. This isn't like everybody else.
No,
okay?
yeah.
Oh no. I have no fucking money.
I can't afford.
I can't even buy the goddamn ring because the rent in California is too high. Bitch won't marry me. Kid, I have a kid. This
That's the
guy
risk.
can't put him through college.
That's the risk.
It's not even a risk because if you don't want any of that and all you want to do is be an actor or an actress or a comedian, and some people are like that and they don't mind being poor or like. What? Oh, don't laugh at that. That's serious. They don't mind struggling financially.
Yeah.
Because that's not what they don't even
It
find
just
that.
sounded more like they don't mind being poor. Let them be poor.
But for me, I know I can. I know it. I
Right.
know I can accomplish it and
Yeah.
do this.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say is these people who we know of in the entertainment industry who have gotten to where we want to be did so in jobs that would have bottomed them out. James Franco worked at a McDonald's.
Right.
Quentin Tarantino was at a video store. I mean, Joe Rogan's talked about waiting tables. Like these are the big names doing.
Yeah, but I can find you. I'm sure I could find you a list of equally big names.
I think you could.
And they were like, I was an accountant, and then
think
I
you
said,
could.
fuck it.
You could. But what I think, my hypothesis is,
Okay.
if you did that research, you would find that the majority
Right.
worked those lower paying
Yes.
restaurant
But
jobs.
but okay.
And my guess is, because I've worked in restaurants, I don't actually know if you have or not.
I've technically yes, because a hotel has a restaurant, and I've waited the tables at the hotel. So yes.
Okay, yeah, it's a little different, but I'll
I
give
worked
you
at-
that.
I
I'll
waited
give
the
you
tables.
that. Yeah, I understand. There's something about working at a restaurant when you know, because you have to work crazy hours. When you're working, if you were to work like a 9 to 5 restaurant job, the money you would make would be half if you worked 9 to like 1 a.m.
Right. Which is
Right?
what I remember when I was a bellman. I worked literally from 4 to
Yes.
1 a.m. and that's when I made my money.
That's right. And that was an exhausting job. What's weird about working in restaurants, though, is when you work that crazy night shift, when you get off, you're wired. You have the energy from running
Dude,
those tables.
fucking speak for yourself. I was dead tired.
Yeah, and I'm saying that it might be different at a hotel restaurant than like a downtown LA fucking hot like
Steamy.
bar or nightclub or restaurant, because when you get out of there you're juiced and you're like, I got to get out there and I'm not going to work in this hot, gross, greasy dump
Yes.
all my life. So I want to get into a comedy club, or I got to go back home and write some music. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Logic worked at a restaurant and then wrote at the, like, that's what I mean is
Yeah,
there's
so
this,
they hate their lives so much that they're like, God, the only way out of this is to get famous.
And they have the energy from the job that they're working at. Whereas someone like you, who's working at a stats lab or something, is running numbers all day, and they're like, this sucks. I don't want to do this all my life. But they get home and they have nothing.
That's not true.
They can't.
That is not true.
Their job is soul crushing.
So negative.
It pulls the life out.
Wow, that's just not true. I actually
because you're in a cubicle all day.
See what
but I don't know. That's my guess.
What a narrow-minded.
That's my guess.
What a narrow-minded, underprepared.
It's not narrow-minded. I'm saying there are probably.
Dude, I liked the job.
People in those, in like fucking Pink Floyd or whatever, like there are people who do those more those middle class jobs and then become successful artists. Like that happens. But I think the reason that's not the majority is because there's something about either the person or the job or something, because it's a bigger pool than you would think.
Listen, I'm thinking about
if you thought
this.
about it rationally.
I'm thinking about this in terms of time I have to dedicate to the craft. So think about it that way.
You got so much time.
No.
If you think about like an average life,
if you work, I'm not.
You have more time than you think.
Take 1 week, right? If you work 8 hours a week doing a physical job to make minimum wage, you'll be physically tired, which is true. You just will, right? Mm-hmm. And you'll have 40 hours gone. Now, if you worked, 32 hours instead of 40 hours at a job that doesn't physically tax you,
I don't think that matters.
You could. Yeah, it does, because that extra time matters, dude.
It doesn't suck your soul away.
It's only soul crushing if you're doing the wrong thing. I like the job. I like helping the company that saves lives. Okay, I like that shit. So for me, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna come home and be like, you know what? I just helped this company make a drug that saves a fucking child's life. I'm gonna write a song now. I'm gonna be a billionaire. I'm gonna go to the comedy club. I'm gonna just knock the socks off these people.
I think that's very good. That makes you special. But
that doesn't make me special. Don't say that.
I think that with all of these other examples being the opposite of that, where most people who are doing the really shitty jobs are the ones getting fucking boosted.
Yeah, that's true. They might have more motivation.
I don't know.
They might have more motivation.
Because I'm also speaking out of desperation because this is my plan.
No, but see, Hunter, you're gonna do great. Okay, I know you're gonna do great. So don't even doubt that.
It's the same thing. I don't doubt that I can do it. Because
so like we both in the same situation.
Yeah,
I can do it.
No, we're both gonna make it.
Okay,
it doesn't matter. But but I'm gonna defend. The non. I'm not even defending it. It's just
there's no reason to defend it. It's just what it is.
It seems like the majority of people that are becoming successful in entertainment are the ones that are in the shitty jobs, not the ones who are engineers.
I got you now, motherfucker. I got you now. The majority of people unsuccessful in entertainment that want to do entertainment,
that's also very true.
Also doing those jobs.
That's very true.
But what my argument is, those aren't causal. Like the minimum wage job you work doesn't cause you to be famous. I think the only thing that does is your work. I think the number one thing is your work ethic and your ability to commit to what you want, which I know you have a high amount of.
And I think what happens is and I'm sure there's plenty of people like you who are just like, I know I'm going to make it. I just want more security. And there's nothing...
Comfort, not even security. I just want to be comfortable.
Sure.
I want to have a nice futon couch thing.
It seems like, but I mean, pressure makes a diamond.
Yeah, listen.
You need to be uncomfortable.
The pressure for me is I don't get to have what I want as a career. That's enough pressure. I want to have that as a career.
So that's what I'm saying is I don't know necessarily that the cause of their success is the fact that they worked in a restaurant and they just had this pressure, right? It's probably more something to do with who they are as a person.
And the amount of work they did.
What I'm saying is it might be that the kind of person that just gets a restaurant job in order to hopefully starve their way into artistic validation, the kind of person that does that for some reason might be more likely. Like
maybe
the kind of person that has that in them to be like, I'm going to be uncomfortable for a long time, but I honestly don't know what else to do. And there's probably plenty of people who didn't make it that way and ended up like having to give up. But
I tell you what, I might.
It's hard to say from sitting here at this position.
I might actually be happier if I, like, you know, day to day. I can't measure this because we'll never know. If I actually did what you are planning to do, because when I was in high school senior year, I wanted to go to Berklee College of Music, right? The one in the East Coast. It's a very well-known music school, great for contemporary musicians. A lot of great artists go there and then they become really famous or they work in industry there. You know, what happened with my parents, just, you know, it didn't work out and they wouldn't approve of it and I was hesitant to be a failure or whatever. But I really wanted to go. That was what I wanted to do. And I had this vision in my head that I would go and I would work a minimum wage job, but I would love my life because I'm doing music every day. But yeah, but that is a fantasy we breed in our head.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a delusion.
The day-to-day life, the successful people you're talking about, these Tarantinos, these what's the other guy?
James Franco's.
The only reason these motherfuckers are successful is because they wanted it more, they cared about it more, they worked for it more, and they're fucking good. That's it. There's no secret formula. Anyone giving you a secret formula?
That's right.
It's not a Krabby Patty. Throw it out the window. Just work hard, right? Because every time I've seen someone in my life...
That's why I'm saying it's more about the personality.
Right. In my family, all the guys and people, gals, all of them that worked hard, they're successful. All the ones that were lazy, not so successful.
Yeah.
And then some of them worked hard, but they worked like idiots. They worked really dumb. They didn't work smart. Those are also unsuccessful people.
Uh-huh.
I am so glad I was born into such a wide variety, in not like my, you know, one side of my family, but taking my entire lineage into account, I could see examples of everything. So I can say, thank God that they all lived long enough for me to see them succeed or fail. I'm serious. Because two examples of great success are my mother and my stepfather, right?
Uh-huh.
Incredible. The only common factor is that they worked like incredibly hard.
Yeah.
It's some other people in my family, and not so much. Okay?
Oh my God. But like, dude, to think that they lived their life and they're
just to
show you that being a failure, like what that looks like.
And failure is subjective. Okay? This is all coming from a very subjective viewpoint here. Just for any idiots listening. Yeah. I'm not saying this is how it is everywhere.
You're glad people in your family failed so that you could look at that.
That's the whole point of learning from other people's failures, right? Yeah. It's like you look at that and you go, I'm not going to do that. That's not
but
me.
I wouldn't wish that on
I didn't wish it. It happened. I'm just benefiting.
It sounded like
I'm not wishing failure on anybody.
It sounds like you're like, I'm glad people in my family are failures then I can move on from
They are not failures. They might have failed in their lives. Okay. And I saw those failures and I said, okay, he did that wrong. I'm not going to do that. Or I'm going to try to avoid that
that's
at
what
all costs.
To do. Yeah.
Right? So I've been very thankful to, and I'm quite observant, almost to an excessive amount. Like it's a little bad. The amount of observing I do. I observe a little too much.
Yeah, like with what?
Well, just like people's behaviors and like, you know, I really
just the way people are, what they do.
It's a lot of people I think go through life and they don't really like someone will do something in passing and they'll go, that's weird, whatever, and they'll move on. It nags at my heart. Like I'll sit there and go, why is he doing that? Why is he acting like that? Why does he put his feet up in that way? His feet look so weird like that. Why doesn't he just cut his fucking toenails? Doesn't he notice how gross he looks right now? That's me in my head at all times.
Uh-huh.
Like,
but are you?
What? Am I what?
Are you talking?
No. I'm not talking about anyone in specific.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'll go through life and like at a grocery store, I'll just notice someone's fucking weird haircut where like half of it's cut off and the other half is 10 inches long. Yeah. And I'll just go, why are they doing that?
There's oatmeal on the desk.
That too. That's another. Why is that there?
How long?
I don't know how long.
It's like a full
bowl
of oatmeal.
I don't know how long this has been there. It's not my oatmeal.
And there's a spoon in it.
Someone was supposed to eat it.
But it's untouched.
Someone
filled a bowl of oatmeal, left it on the desk.
I'm telling you.
Why is it?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So
I am so distracted by this now.
Hunter was like listening to me, and then he looks over to his side, and he's like, that's a bowl of oatmeal?
People, you have to understand, it's filled to the brim
with
oatmeal.
It's got a lot of oatmeal in it.
This is like a cereal bowl full of oatmeal. It's been here. We've been here for
At least an hour.
an hour.
Let me see. What
and
time is it?
No one's come to the room. So it's been here this whole time.
What if he wanted to eat it and we, like, because we're recording this, he's just not coming in and he can't eat his oatmeal?
Should I see if he's here?
I mean,
I'm just gonna.
yeah.
I'm just gonna put.
Yeah, be like, oh shit, oh shit.
It's okay. It's okay.
Party foul alert! Hunter dropped a glass.
Give me.
Listen,
I'll grab a paper towel.
while he's gone, all right. Let me tell you guys a little something, okay? So, Hunter just dropped a glass on my floor, okay, and he's gonna go clean it, and that's very nice of him. But I'll tell you one more thing. He's back. He's back.
I can confirm we're the only people in this apartment. So
Wow. So there's just a bowl of oatmeal
there's just
here.
a bowl of oatmeal in the room.
Yeah.
Who leaves a whole bowl of oatmeal behind?
I don't know. They're just it baffles me.
This is driving me nuts.
I'm telling you.
I can see what you mean about people's behaviors.
Well, yeah, and everyone's really different, and I'm just not. I think being an only child did this to me. Like I can't tolerate some people.
I can speak from being not an only child and also kind of an only child. This bugs the shit out of me.
Right.
This bowl of oatmeal right here. It doesn't matter where your background comes from.
Let me give you a little example of something. Right. When I was a kid, I would when my mom would say go get a plate for the dinner table or whatever, I would leave the cabinet open. Okay. This was a habit I had. What would my mom do when I left the cabinet open? She'd smack me upside the head and go, stop it. And she did that enough to the point where if cabinet's open, I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm really upset about it.
And you want to hit somebody.
And I'm just like, who the fuck left this cabinet open? But I'm like, yo, dude, calm down. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's not a good way to deal with that kind of thing.
But there's two me's in myself. There's the one
there are two me's in me.
Yeah, there's the one that has a violent reaction, almost comically violent to.
Yeah. Let me tell you from experience, it's comical when it happens.
To like very normal thing.
Yes.
Right. I'll just be like.
I'm pretty sure that's what half of this show has been. Is just.
Right. So
your violent reactions to it immediately
when you guys listen,
hysterically.
This show's been great for me in a lot of ways. One of which is that it's allowed me to really let that fucker out of the cage.
Yeah,
okay?
And I find it hysterical.
I spend most of my living life, living life. What a fucking stupid sentence. Every day, hiding that person.
Right. Hiding the person who's mad about this bowl of oatmeal.
Because no one likes him really.
Who?
The guy inside me that's a nutcase, okay? No, like, he's not presentable to the outside world. I can't go into the office at work and be like, who the fuck moved this paper around?
Who left this bowl of oatmeal?
John, come get your fucking oatmeal. I can't just do that in the office. So I have to tame myself, right? And I have to hide that guy. This podcast is great because I've been able to really let him have a field day.
Because no one's going to listen to it except
me.
Me.
And that's why I can't wait to do comedy because that's me. I get to be myself on stage for once.
Yeah.
You know?
Let it work.
And no one's going to hate me for it because they're there because it's supposed to be funny.
Some people will hate it.
Yeah, well, they can fucking die. They can fucking die in a car fire. I don't care.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you hate me because I'm up here? Maybe you want to get up here. All right, you get up here, asshole.
Oh, God. Why don't you die?
That'll be me.
Yeah. I wish I could do that. I don't, because like I've said before, I've thought about trying to do stand-up. I've thought about it more, and I've thought about, how would I go about writing jokes and things like that. If I did it, I don't think I would I don't think I would write a lot down and then do it on stage, right? I just don't think that works for me. It would be cool to like have an idea in my head, right, and then get up on stage,
right,
and just kind of, again, what I've said before, just work the crowd and like, try to have just a good time talking about something.
That's a risk, dude. But it's the best risk.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like when I think about when I've done this before, right? When I've like written out a joke and then like tried it out on somebody, right? It just
never works
because I'm like trying to hit these notes rather than just tell the story with somebody, and it just doesn't work. So I mean, that's something I've been more jealous of you of is like your just natural ability. I
don't write.
Do those jokes.
But
write. You like it just comes out of you like somewhat naturally. Like for me, it's like M. Night Shyamalan. Like if I get up on stage,
it's great.
If I get up on stage 50-50, right? Like if I get up on stage, I talk about something, it's either going to come out and it could be the same story. Same exact story. But if I could go up there and tell it one way,
Right.
and it would bomb, and go up another night, tell it even a very similar way, but I just have the right flow with it, and then it works out. I think, I mean, from all the evidence of this podcast, that's what I mean is I've been more jealous of watching you be able to just do that more naturally, do it more often.
Well, Hunter,
it's more consistent.
You got to understand that this comes with social consequences. Okay.
Oh no, I understand perfectly.
This doesn't.
I understand that perfectly.
But can I say something?
Because I could keep this oatmeal thing to myself.
But I'm not going.
But I know you might not.
I will not. But this being this type of person comes with social consequences, and to me, it's so worth it because my life is so much more fun than some people's. Mm-hmm. I think I have such a great time in my own head.
Well, I think people have a problem for good reason with not being able. I mean, everyone aspires. They find it very interesting seeing somebody who can live without caring what anybody thinks of them, right? They're able to detach all emotion from how people react to what they're saying. People love watching people like that. That's what like the show Sherlock is all about. People love seeing a person like that because they can't do that themselves.
That's like seeing the heavyweight fucking biggest bodybuilder lift the most weights ever. That's what that is because he's lifting social weights. He's fucking that guy, Sherlock, he's socially ripped, dude. All the weight you put on him socially, he's just like fucking this. He doesn't care. Stiff arm. Into the sky. He doesn't fucking give a shit.
He's the Jerome Bettis of social situations.
And I'm not there yet, right? Because there are things that there are a lot of things I don't care about.
Yeah.
But I've been in social situations where I've been crippled by the sadness of a social situation.
For sure.
Right? Because I'm still a fucking human being. I'm not a sociopath.
Yeah.
But I'm working. I'm getting there, dude.
It's so great. No, I've been doing the same thing of like working and getting to a place, and I've gotten to that. I've gotten very close to that within like the span of a year, where the idea of allowing other people's thoughts and not feelings, because you should care about other people's feelings, but other people's like thoughts and concerns about you, I've gotten to a very good place mentally for myself of not allowing that to fester or live in my mind. Like those thoughts come, they enter everybody's mind unless you are a sociopath, but the ability to like Tai Chi, like flow
it out of the other
move
ear,
it like one ear out of the other, right? Or even just like not even hearing something, just like thinking of an argument in your head that isn't real, right? Like
I do that all the time.
You're concerned about how someone's going to react to what you're saying.
I do it in the shower
rather than just saying it. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's like it happens so naturally because we're social animals.
We're literally preparing for social attacks.
Yeah, social suicide every day. Like,
you're sitting there in the shower faking this argument in your head because you are preparing to go to war.
It's social shadow boxing.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but that's what I'm saying is everybody does it, right? But your ability to handle it, like a lot of people struggle with that, and and some people aren't even aware of it. So they live their life dictated by the way people react around them. And that is such a fucking
terrible move.
Such a shot in the dark, right? Like you could land into a social situation where people hate you.
Yeah.
Right. And you just reform your personality into something you're totally not.
And then you hate yourself.
And you're like, you hate yourself. And like, it's like Stockholm syndrome, right? Where you're like taking on, the love of people who actually don't care about you, but you can't recognize that because you're so
stupid.
Succumb to
because you're so fucking dumb.
Just because you're so sucked in.
Right.
And it's hard for us to, as a species, to do that because we're built to like get with a group of people to survive. Like we were never able to survive on our own, so we value others over ourselves all the time. But there are people, the people that we oftentimes as a culture like prop up, like celebrity, right? A Quentin Tarantino or a James Franco, like the people that just do what they want and don't care what anybody thinks about them. they're social jujitsu masters.
Yeah.
Like they still think that stuff. They think about how people think of them probably all the time. And especially when they were like 20 years old and looked like idiots, right?
Right.
But they've been able to work on caring what they think of themselves.
Right.
And valuing that over anything else. And that can be scary because, like you said, you're sacrificing your social claim in the group that you've been lobbed into by chance.
Right.
So there's a risk in just committing to exactly who you are.
It'll be worth it, though.
Because exactly.
At the end of it.
You need to trust and have faith in the idea that you'll get warped into some orbit of another group or person that relates with you.
Right.
When you act like a group that doesn't like you, you won't ever be happy because you don't ever acclimate with the people who would like you for who you are, which I guarantee you that's out there.
So awesome.
Pedophiles have chat rooms.
Right. And
right? If those people can be happy together, also not advocating that those people shouldn't change that behavior. But if you're just like a quirky person, just be a quirky person. And if you're around people who hate quirky people or hate you,
fuck them.
Just keep being quirky until you're around quirky people.
Yeah.
The quirks are out there. You just got to keep doing yourself and then get to that, which I think stuff like podcasts and the internet is like doing kind of.
Right.
There's some fucked up people out there.
Right.
So when they commit to themselves, you have to be able to have like, that background of your mom beating the shit out of you when you let the cupboards open so that you are a good person.
Yeah.
So that when you are just like, I'm just going to be me and I don't care what people think.
Right.
You have to have that moral backbone. Otherwise
100%.
You are going to be like a fucking serial killer in a chat room talking about how you love
killing people,
taking ears from strangers.
It's fucking, So 3 things with this. All right.
But you should never be a bowl of oatmeal person.
3 things with this. 1, you and I are approaching or attempting to approach the same thing from the opposite direction. Okay. You are the guy that like freshman year cared a lot about what people think. And now you're like, all right, I'm going to care less and less and less. I was like,
swing the pendulum over.
Yeah. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck your feelings. I'm going to insult you and I'm going to watch you be sad about it. I'm going to watch you be sad and it's going to be great. All right. And then I realized, okay, this is bad. This is really bad. So then I said, I'm going to start caring more about what people think and what people feel more than what they think. And because like, dude, I was an asshole. Like how many times did I ridicule people for what they chose to study? I was like, zoology? You fucking idiot. What do you want, animals? You want to be a zoo guy for the rest of your life? Work at a zoo? Uh-huh. Yeah, don't be that guy. Right. Don't be me in that moment. Never be me. Second thing. Surrounding yourself with people that like you. I made this mistake with my ex-girlfriend. She hated me. When I was like, I'll just stay. I'll stick around and like it'll be great.
You don't like what I like and I don't like what you like.
But let's try.
But I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna force this to work out.
And sometimes people just marry that person.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad. You know what? If she ever listens to this, thank you. I mean it I'm not being sarcastic. Thank you for noticing that we were incompatible and cutting it off because, dude, I would have never figured that out. I would have been such an idiot. Well, I might have figured it out like way too late. Like I'm fucking 70 and I'm just like...
That is way too late.
I'm just like dying and I'm like, I hate this bitch. She's like
holding your hand.
Like, I hate you, bitch. You're the worst.
Can someone else hold my hand?
Yeah, nurse, get over here.
Can you hold my hand?
Oh, I can't stand the sight of this bitch when I'm dying. Please. Don't let this be my death vision. I don't want to see this.
Oh, hilarious.
So she's great because she was way more mature than I was and realized it wasn't working out. And then I got to meet someone I really love, and that's working out great.
Yeah.
What was that third thing? So there's 3 things. What did you talk about?
Oh boy.
You talked about a lot, dude. Oh yeah.
Oh, thank God, because I was not going
to. If a group of people don't like you, okay, because like you're just incompatible, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them because you'll find be yourself better, be a better version of you, and you'll find the people you need to be around. And surround yourself with good people because if you surround yourself with idiots, you're going to be an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, that's the hard part, right? Is where's the groove? It's hard to understand what part of you that's self-aware, right, and correct in the things that you need to change, and the part of you that loves yourself and celebrates the things that you shouldn't change. It's hard to grapple with those two animals because it's two parts of your brain, right? It's two different like halves of your soul and your being.
Right.
Whoever you are, and however you think, however you believe philosophically what you are, right? You have these two halves of it, and one half is trying to cultivate a person that survives in the wilderness by attaching to a group of people, which means you need a set of morals. This is where like religion and culture and shit like that comes in, like your parents, your ancestors, like the elders of your cult.
What?
Right? Those
Cult?
people, you need to be able to find
I've lost it.
the parts the parts of your cult that are good that you hold on to.
Can you stop saying cult?
And then you also need to find the parts that are at war of that cult with the parts of that cult that are at war with who you are as a person, like the parts of you that are good and should be cultivated and fostered over time. It's all very hard to do. It's all like mind and heart and shit like that. Like
If this was Shark Tank, and for that reason I'm out.
because you said cult.
No, listen,
it is a cult.
No, you are right.
Everything's
actually.
a cult.
Hunter, okay, don't. Listen.
Everything is a cult.
Hunter-
This is a cult.
Hunter Johnson, stop it.
This podcast is a cult.
You're
the cult
right
of Olive
because
Garden.
what you're saying is get the backbone from your immediate family, your culture, and then notice the bad things about it and try to rectify those as well. That's what you're saying with
That's
that.
what everybody does. That's what everyone. That's the human experience.
No. That's what everyone should do. Okay.
Well, that's
Most
what I'm
people
saying.
don't
Everyone
do that.
grapples with.
Yes.
Everyone thinks about, oh, I'm shitty at this, but I'm good at this. But some people give more to one than the other, and sometimes they give one voice more credence than they should, and sometimes they don't give one voice enough. Like everyone struggles with that, and that's your. And you got to find your like social boxing coach.
Yeah.
Like the person that's like, you know, spin here, put your hands up.
Hopefully that's your like dad or your
Throw
mom
a
or
jab,
something.
right? But
Which,
sometimes
dude, some of 'em suck.
sometimes your boxing coach like, you're bad at boxing, and you're like, I just want to meet a girl or a boy.
And then dad's like, you're a pussy. You'll never do good things.
But guess what? That coach, I mean, like you're gonna be in the ring no matter what. So you got to find a. That's the weird thing.
If you don't find a coach, you better find a book or a YouTube video. Dude, I'm telling you, you better find some way to learn, motherfucker, because no one's holding these punches back when you get thrown into the ring.
It's like the second you're here, you're in the ring, and people will come and watch you, and they're on their own boxing match, and they have to somehow coach you and box at the same time. And some people are really bad at boxing.
Terrible.
But are great coaches. Some people are great coaches. Wait, didn't I just say that? Bad at boxing, but great coach?
Some people...
the two versions of the thing that I'm saying.
Flip that shit. Flip that. Listen, everyone knows what you're trying to say.
Everyone has both. So the idea that everyone in your life is going to be great at both boxing on their own and coaching you, it's like that's going to be very rare to find. So sometimes you just get lucky and you get in the ring and right away your mom and your dad are right there, like left hook,
you can do it,
uppercut,
champ.
and they're like, guess what? You're the world champion. And sometimes they're like, get on the ground, cry, just let him kick you.
I'm gonna do drugs now. Your dad and I hate each other.
And then, but sometimes another boxer like passes by and goes, hey, why don't you get up? Hey, what are you doing on the ground?
Is that like your step parent? Like, hey man,
or your cult leader,
or your cousin,
or your Olive Garden waiter.
Sure,
always there for you when you need
you
them.
missed the third category. The guy that can't box is a terrible coach. There's a lot of those running around.
Yeah, that's why I was confused because I didn't know which I had said and which I wanted to say.
You said two.
The whole combination.
Yeah, there's some terrible people out there.
I know. Yes.
That just bad at everything.
Bad at boxing, bad at coaching.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, let's look at this. Hour and 25 minutes.
Do you want to end or do you want to go for a little longer?
It's up to you.
I could go for a little
I'm
longer.
hungry, but I could go for
I'm
longer.
soaking wet.
You're wet. I'm hungry.
I'm soaking. We're going
Is
into
that like the
YouTube.
new? That's like the porn version. Of
No,
YouTube?
that's not what I meant.
YouTube Raw.
Fuck, no. That's not what I
Okay,
meant
can
at all.
I listen? Let's talk about Pornhub for a second. I'm really sick of it.
It's bad, right?
And no, let me tell you why it's bad. It's bad because of
People
this.
want to take down videos, and they're like, you can't take down your video.
Okay, that's bad. But I'm talking more about a selfish reason. You click on the video, and an ad pops up. I'm fine with advertisement. You got to make money somehow. It's always the same fucking ad. It's always this. It's always. It asks you. It says, if you love Pornhub, you'll love Pornhub Live. Get out of my fucking face. I won't love Pornhub Live. I don't want to see it live. Who knows what they're doing live? But I know what this person's going to do on this video. That's why I clicked it. If I wanted unexpected porn, I'd go somewhere for that. I don't want live. I want pre-recorded, edited.
I think that's why they're advertising.
Pre-recorded.
They need more people on the live
I
channel.
clicked on a video because it was pre-recorded, edited to the id brain specifications of a male. Okay, that's why I clicked on that video. I don't want your live. And who knows who you're getting?
I think you do. I mean, you select the person at least.
Are they the same people?
What do you mean are they the same
They're
people?
not the same people. They're strange. Who knows?
I mean, like, they have a profile photo. Listen, that site, it's bad. They're like girls, because you know how they have the upload, the what is it, Pornhub community?
Yeah,
bullshit?
like where you can take a video of yourself fucking and put it up there.
Like, they're like, this is YouTube if it were all porn, right? Only the problem is, you can't take down a video. Like, there have been apparently a ton of girls who are like, hey, I made this when I was in college and I thought it'd be fun, but now I'm like trying to like get this job.
No, you've got it wrong.
Kohl's,
You've got this wrong.
and
This is what happens.
They won't take it down.
This is what happens. If you make your own video, you can, of course, take it down. Here's
No.
how I know. Because I have looked for a video.
Wait a second.
And it has not been there, and it says
Yes.
this video is currently unavailable.
Yes.
Which means some fucker took it down. Secondly,
Those are videos oftentimes backed by production companies.
I think you have it flipped, bro.
And the production companies will say, hey, we own this video, take it down.
No, I think you got it flipped because it's the ones where the girl does a porn with a production company. She signs the contract. Now that video is owned by them. They're not willing to take it down.
No, that happens too. But the people who are just like amateur, like, I'm just going to record this. And
If what you're saying is true, that's
really bad.
fucked up.
Yeah, right?
Where is that? Is that in the terms of agreement?
It's porn prison.
Isn't that against the Constitution? Somebody bring a gun and a thing to the Pornhub headquarters.
It's a prison of porn.
This is bad.
You go in and you never come out.
Listen, I don't advocate for violence. Please do not take a gun to the Pornhub headquarters. However, this should not be allowed.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean?
Could you imagine when you made your sex tape, right?
Right,
and
of
then,
course.
And then
because everyone
when
makes
you
their
made
own
your
sex tape.
solo Diddy Kong masturbation porn,
monkey porn.
when you made that porno,
Yeah.
and it had a terrible angle, I gotta say.
Okay, Hunter, don't judge my porn.
POV looking at the taint was not the right
Okay,
way to go.
listen. 45.
I didn't want to watch it, by the way.
45 comments.
He
would have
told
disagreed with
all
you.
of us, I made this new music video.
Okay,
and
I
we
did
were
not
like,
do this.
Oh, we're gonna support you. And then the next thing, yeah, it was a pretty awful Tuesday night. But anyway, when you put that video up, it's still there. You can go watch it.
Yeah, because I can't take the fucker down, apparently.
Yeah, imagine when you do want to take it down, and they're just like, no. Like, the one thing you would want to have the most control over,
Right.
who sees it and when.
This must be unconstitutional. This must be against the Constitution. Some way or somehow.
U.S. versus Pornhub is going to be in the history books.
The people versus Pornhub. Case lawsuit. What is it? What is it called? When everyone's suing the fucking company?
What?
When there's like thousands.
Class
action. Pornhub. Sue them.
We're coming for you.
And by the way, there's so many other websites that you just don't click.
There's a lot.
There's like, and all of them are using X in the title. Let's get more creative, guys. XXX videos.
That's the rating.
No. In the title of the fucking website, like the name of the website is XXX. There's one called XXX Hamster. Why is your porn site called XXX Hamster?
Well, because there's
no hamster porn. I totally checked.
They're putting hamsters
There's
where
not hamster
where they
porn.
shouldn't belong.
Or is it X Hamster? I don't know. And we're keeping all this in. This is raw, unedited. Listen,
what?
This is so raw right now, dude.
Shit.
We keep your shit real around here.
This is going on YouTube Raw. We're going in Raw.
Raw. There's a lot of porn websites with a lot of X's in the title of the website. I think they could get more
It's
creative.
because it's XXX videos.
Yeah, but guys, we get it. That's why we clicked on it. You know? Dude, okay,
guess.
all right.
But that's
speaking of porn.
They're trying
back
to
in the
indicate
day,
the kind of video it is.
before the internet, right? You had to do one of three things. You ordered a porn magazine. That sucks, but it's the best jab. Best jab. It's a still image of a naked girl. Good job. Way to go, chump. Then there's the porn VHS tape. Better option, okay? But then you risk going into then you risk going into the store and they see your face, and you're coming back if you go there once because you're not going there for one video.
Not if you wear a ski mask.
You could wear a ski mask, but then they might think you're robbing the place. Kind of maybe a bad idea. Third option. This existed, everyone. Go to a porn cinema.
Yeah.
Okay? Now
you just watch.
Terrible.
Well,
because it's like putting.
It was a different culture.
It's like putting a Thanksgiving meal in front of a starving child.
You wouldn't always what?
And yanking it away because you can't jack off in there. You're
right.
hard as fuck looking
Some
at
of them.
What?
You could.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Very weird that was a thing.
That was what all of the 70s was about.
Now, if I was running a business,
that 70s show got it all wrong.
It was more about drugs and fucking.
More about porn theaters.
But let me tell you about if I was running that business,
decrepit
the porn theater business. Here's what I would do.
Wait, what? Wait, what did we just?
If I was running that porn theater, right? This is how I would make it a better experience.
Oh my god. King of the porn theater.
I would be the best at running. I'd be the best at anything I do. Let's put this. God. If I wanted to do the best,
you
I'd
were
be the best.
worst king.
I'd be the best king.
In the first 5 minutes.
Only an idiot who would die in my kingdom would think I was the worst king, and therefore I'm the best king.
No, you killed a lot of people.
The people that didn't think I was going to be the best king. We're getting off track.
That's a bad king.
That's a great king.
A king who kills everybody.
I don't kill everybody. I just kill the people that are wrong. Now listen to my porn theater idea. It's a great idea.
Okay. Is anyone going to die here?
No one's dying. Everyone's having a great time here. Okay? Like, way better than they're doing in the old porn theaters. Okay. Old-fashioned style. Let me tell you about the pinpoint accurate, amazing porn theater idea. So...
Is that the name of the theater?
So...
Pinpoint accurate.
The main problem with these porn theaters, it's a one big giant screen, and it's set like a real theater where there's like a fucking row of seats, and if you're jacking off, everyone around you's jacking off, you're a little uncomfortable. How about this? A bunch of small screens and a little, everyone gets their own little chair.
Like a pod?
And a riser. Yeah, a pod, porn pod. And you have porn pod! And you get, when you enter in, you get all the things you need.
Do you get like a lubed glove?
Sure. Sure, that's a great idea. Business partners.
No.
I will fucking...
No,
how about this? Lube glove.
You can just keep that. I don't need to be a part
extra 50 cents. That's not even that much. We're gonna sell so many of these fucking things.
Don't say we.
I'm gonna sell so many.
I'll just give you the idea. You can keep it. I don't need.
Thank you. I'll be so rich. And then you get your own porn pod. You have your lube glove, and you do your business right while you're watching the porn. Now here's the problem. Where's the guy gonna come? He's gonna come all over the floor. You gonna clean all that come up? What an amateur question. What an amateur idiot question. If you're not in this business like I am, because I just got in this business literally 5 minutes ago. I already know the answer to this. There's going to be a little cum drain, okay? Okay.
I don't think that was a stretch. I think that was a pretty easy leap to get to.
But the idiots don't think about this. I thought about it. And you make that a thing, right? And it drains into the sewage system, and you call it a day.
Yeah.
Okay. And if somebody misses and ruins your pod, charge them a cleaning fee. Extra $10 you're paying because your cum is on my fucking wall. All right?
But what about the fact
that
you now have a building
full of people coming
people jerking off? That's the same problem. You just...
No, I eliminated the embarrassment of every...
What if two guys walked out of the pod at the same time?
Then that's okay because
they came out and you can see each other. They know exactly what they were doing.
It's okay.
The problem is that you're all together.
No.
There's no privacy.
Dude, the problem is this. The problem is you're at the theater. Guy sitting next to you's got his cock out. And you can see it.
You don't sit next to anybody.
Yeah, but what if it's a crowded... What
if it's a packed premiere?
Dude, what if it's a premiere of like this porn actress? It's like the best... It's like Avengers for porn.
I don't think you're going to have that problem.
With my company, you would. Let me tell you.
You're not. You're putting out the same videos as everybody else.
Oh, also,
it's just that now I have to drive to a place to jerk off.
Well, this is in the 70s when mobile phones don't exist.
Okay,
I'm not doing this now.
You're making pods in the 70s,
dude. Those
would have been gross as shit.
Dude, that's why you charge them a cleaning fee, and it costs double what it actually costs to clean it. Let's say it costs $30 to clean a pod. I'm charging you $60.
Oh my God.
And you're coming back because you want to jack off in the
So
pod.
it's a luxury to go drive somewhere to jerk
Dude,
off?
these pods will be great. And the screens would be the best screens.
I feel like people would have a problem with an establishment in their...
There's whorehouses. Why can't I have
No, there weren't.
Well, there is. Okay. And why can't we have a jack-off
There
house?
weren't. They were on the corner, and they weren't in establishment. And those were like...
We should legalize that, by the way.
Prostitution?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they do it in Japan. It works great there.
Okay.
Do it in European. Canada, dude.
Reno.
Yeah. And you know why I say legalize
Reno,
it?
Nevada.
Because if you legalize it, you can the government can tax the shit out of that. Can make so much money off of people fucking that they're lonely. we could fund college.
I think Yeah.
Listen, I know there's a moral thing,
There is a little bit.
but there's not really. It's only a moral thing if you're one of these people that are like, sex, if you have sex and you're not married, you're going to hell. Listen.
Well, I think there's something objectionable about
Really?
a government potentially sponsoring
Dude,
women
Dude.
mostly
let me tell you.
selling themselves.
Let me tell you something.
Not to say that if you want to do that, you shouldn't be able
Yeah,
to.
all right. Listen.
And you could unionize. I'm just saying that might be
This is a matter-
It might be more complicated.
It might be hard-
than just religious
it might be a harder sell.
issues.
I'll give you that. But we sponsored death and bombs
That's true.
and hellfire from the sky on innocent children. So you know what?
True.
Let's make some money off some fucking because the money's happening anyway. And the people that are doing this, the women and the men that
But you
do
think
this,
they're both bad?
I don't think prostitution is bad. No,
okay.
I don't think it's. I think it's
Like you see what I'm
unideal.
saying?
I think it's unideal that you end up there.
It's inconvenient.
But if you end up there as a person, you deserve to be treated fairly, right? You deserve to be safe from disease, and you deserve to, if
Right.
you're working like that, you deserve to be treated like a human.
Absolutely.
Bar none.
I'm just saying that it might not be as simple as there's just religious fanatics. Like there's the idea of a government sponsoring.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not. Okay.
that.
Maybe let's not make money.
Just
off
like
it.
it's also bad to make money off of war profiteering.
Yeah, but we
like-
do that. That's the thing.
But
Fucking
we're bad at. But those. Like
yeah,
both of those.
but
are
people
bad.
don't see that as bad. They see Mr. ISIS guy on TV, and they're like, "Yeah, let's fucking bomb that place. Let's carpet fire it, flame the whole Middle East, take all the oil." And why are they mad at us? I don't understand. It's because you're taking everything, you're shooting them all. Okay. Now listen, I understand some of them need to be shot, but some of them don't, and you're shooting those people too, asshole. Okay. So if we're doing that, is treating our citizens that are fucking for money equally as everybody else? Is that such a hard sell? I really believe that. Dude, if you're a prostitute, it's hard work. This isn't easy. Do you know how hard it is to fuck that many times in a day for money?
Yes. Yeah.
Even if you're a dude, like, we guys, we love sex, but I can't do that for fucking 8 hours. You kidding me?
You can't do a 9 to 5.
Hell no.
No. Yeah.
That's incredibly. You need some stamina. Let me tell you this. I don't have that kind of stamina.
I get it.
No
I
one
understand.
has it.
I get it.
You're working part-time.
Your porn theater is a bad idea.
Terrible. You almost made me say terrible idea. It was a great idea.
No, I got it. It's on tape. You understand that it's a bad idea.
It's a great idea. The porn theater is a great idea.
Not if there's a place
Now, if
where everybody knows if you're walking into it.
that's what the porn theater was to begin with.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
No,
It said fuck theater on the.
no, it didn't. No, it didn't.
It said
There
showing
was-
X-rated
no,
movies.
Yes, but that didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's not a fucking dead
Immediately.
giveaway. Me and Jeff are going to go to the X-rated movie thing. Oh,
Yeah,
you guys going to see the
people
new...
would do that
Yeah.
and not jerk off. Ever seen Mean Streets?
No.
Happens in that
Yeah, that's stupid.
to us.
I'm
'cause
not trying to look at people fucking not jerk off. They
You just want people to be really near and aware of what's going on, but not see it directly. And also,
out of sight, out of mind.
also, at your establishment, they're 100%. There's no other reason to go except to
Sure.
masturbate.
Sure.
At this place, people would just watch horny movies.
That's so
That was
stupid.
just a thing.
That's so dumb. You just
mean,
walk. You just gonna walk.
this
You
is
gonna
before-
pay to walk out with a hard cock?
This
Are
is
you
bef-
serious?
This
is
before,
fucking stupid.
This is before Mario. So this was like entertainment. It was like, I'm going to go watch a sexy lady with my boys.
I'd rather jerk off at home.
No, you wouldn't jerk off. You would just be with your boys and watching a sexy lady.
I've never. Okay. Be with my boys watching a sexy lady?
Yeah,
Never.
It's not, I wouldn't want to do that.
No one
but
would.
they did.
No, the only people that went to those theaters were creeps, Hunter. The mass public did not go.
No, yes, that's true, but they weren't all jerking off all the time.
Okay, maybe 100% of the time their cocks were out. They're not stroking it. But
no, what?
They go there because they want to.
The difference between the place you're trying to
I have a masturbation establishment, Hunter. It would succeed way more.
The place you're trying. Oh, I agree. Wait, also no, I don't because
it's on tape.
I don't want to have to drive to a place.
Yeah, but you get to see. I'd have the best LCD screens, the most baddest bitches in the 7 Seas. I got all kinds of.
So
porn.
you're vertically.
Dude, okay. Imagine you have access to all the porn movies you want, right? You just come in and rent it for 5 cents.
You got vertical synergy going on for your porn theater.
Yeah.
You're producing, distributing, and exhibiting.
We are the moneymaker. We're the biggest. And let me tell you this, even if I didn't produce the porn, exhibit the porn, and all I did was have people jack off to it, this is what my place has that those places don't, is I can get all the porn movies and everyone can rent out whatever they want. That's why you go. You don't go there to jack off. You go there because you get to pick what you want. You get to see it. You get to be alone.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say.
You get to bust your nuts.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And your parents won't hate you for it.
I'm trying to tell you that the trouble with the place that you're trying to put up is like, why would you be in a singular pod just to watch a porno? You would go
because you
there
can't watch the
just
porno
to
at your
jerk
house
off.
because you're 16 and your parents don't give you a TV in your room.
But the theater wasn't exclusively jerking off. The
Right.
place that you're talking about is
Right, but there's a market for this.
which is so strange.
There's a market for this.
because it wasn't like the other place was exclusively jerking off, and you're trying to end
Hunter.
the embarrassment and the shame. But you're
You're
giving
telling me
more
they
shame.
you're telling me they don't want to fucking beat off in that theater? You're
I'm telling you that that's not the only reason people went.
when they're there in the heat of the moment, they see that hot girl. They're just sitting there and they're like, "I'm so glad I'm not touching my penis right now."
Not all the time, no.
They're not glad about it. No,
And sometimes they are.
sometimes they're not.
Right.
But
There's
you know
an
what?
ambiguity there, but
Okay.
not with your place.
But guess what? Who cares if there's ambiguity or not at my place? The thing is, people are coming. They're coming, and they're coming, and they're coming to come.
you're
and when
valuing-
they come, they give me the money, and I make a lot of money.
You're valuing the privacy of the viewer
Right.
over
I care about my viewers.
the privacy of the action, because there's a chance you're not jerking off at a porn theater. There's very slim chance
okay.
you're not jerking off at the porn.
I'm going to give you a hypothetical. And this is good. I just thought of this. Let's say you and your buddies, all fucking 7 of you for some reason, want to go and watch this sexy movie but not jerk off. Let's say that. You get there and there's a guy next to you. He's got a giant cock out. He's doing his thing. You're uncomfortable now. You're like, man, I didn't come here for this.
Move seats.
Yeah, but he's there doing it. That's weird.
Yeah.
Now.
Right.
Now.
I don't disagree.
Now.
My argument is just
You have
that
the option to go to my place.
No, because if they go to your place, they're gonna jerk off
Fine,
together.
but you won't see it.
But you all walk out together knowing like we all just came at the same time.
What are the odds?
when you
all 17 of you coming at the same time?
Well, I mean, you would all came there together, so you would like
Yeah,
walk out
but
and
some
wait in
people
the,
bust in like a
You're
minute.
gonna wait in the lobby
No.
for your friend to finish. That's weird.
Okay.
Whereas if you went to the theater,
this is not a friend experience.
Whereas if you went to the
It's
theater,
not a friend experience.
But that's what you just said.
Actually, you know what? I'd be doing you and your friends a service because all the creeps go to my place and you guys can just go to the normal theater, jack off theater, and not jack off.
Oh my god! All right, we got to wrap this up because I'm getting way too sweaty.
Yeah, let me tell you.
My point is just that when you go to the porn theater, there's a chance that there's no jerking off. If your goal is to create more privacy for your
So you can jerk
masturbation,
off.
you might not want to create a place that is almost exclusively the idea.
But everyone has their own pod and
you're
it's
gonna come
soundproof
here-
and they're not going to see
the
each other.
idea is that though it's almost exclusively I'm going to go there to masturbate. That's
Yeah, but
all
you
I'm
don't
saying.
tell people you're
That's all
going
I'm
to.
saying.
You're not telling your friends I'm going to the masturbate house.
You would know.
No, you won't.
People would know if you walked in.
Yeah,
Like, there's no other reason to be there. Whereas if you were like,
dude. If you're going to the creep house anyway.
if you said I went to the porn theater, you could be like, oh, what'd
No
you
one
see?
says that. No one.
They did.
No one wanted
They
to.
did.
No, they didn't.
They did say that.
You never told your mom in the 70s, Mom, I'm going to go to the
Yeah, because I
sexy-"
wasn't born in the fucking 60s
Yeah,
or 70s.
but no one did that. You're
They
assuming.
did do
No,
that.
no, no. You're assuming everyone was like,
That was a
let's
part
all
of-
go to the porn theater, have a good time. No,
That was part of it. Yes,
was not part of it.
That happened all the time.
disagree.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
That happened.
It didn't happen. It might have happened in very rare cases
It was
where
a
family.
part of the culture.
No, it really wasn't. Not like fucking disco
you
was
could-
part of the culture.
Yes,
It wasn't like-
actually. That is yes.
Let's
you could
all
say
go
that.
to the porn
Disco
house.
and the porn theater were parallel lines.
Listen, I think you're wrong.
Well, I'm not. So that's
You
okay.
are wrong.
I mean, that happened.
Very few people in the population per capita went to the porn house.
That's correct.
Yeah, and more people listened to popular music than went to the porn house.
Sure.
No, like 100%.
But it happened.
More people went to normal movie theaters and watched normal movies than go to the porn because it's so embarrassing to go to the porn house.
I'm not saying that it was popular. I'm just saying that that's what people did. That was the culture.
Okay, but I could also say, oh yeah, some people murdered. That's what people did. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
What?
I'm talking, dude, people do everything, okay? Just because someone does it doesn't mean it's super popular.
No, I'm saying that part of the porn theater culture was people going to watch a porn and no more than that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the porn theater culture. That's fine.
What the fuck have we been talking
about? I thought you were talking about the greater American culture. Like,
oh my God.
That's what we've been arguing. Like, I thought you were talking about the American culture was let's all go to the porn house, everybody, on a Saturday before we go to church on Sunday. I thought you were arguing this. This is why we've been arguing.
I'm so mad.
Because we've been arguing totally different arguments.
I'm so mad. We need to end this.
All right. Hey, this is over. But let me tell you what.
I'm so angry.
Never come back to this podcast. Don't ever listen to it. Hunter's mad. Hunter's sweaty.
My blood is boiling. Listen. Okay. We gotta say this. I mean, we say this all the time. Don't fucking listen. Don't come back. Blah, blah. We said that 1,000 times. But if you have been listening and if you plan to listen on this in the future, we have some news.
Oh God, it's some good news.
It's really
great news.
Great news.
It's great news.
I actually wasn't going to say that, but
it's great news because this whole premise of this, it's going to be finally fulfilled.
It's almost over. Yeah.
We're almost done with this.
We're almost done.
Let me tell you why. Because
we might have said a thing at the beginning. I mean, we're definitely saying it now, but for those listening, this is going to be one of our last episodes.
It's going to be the second to last.
We're nearing the end. We're going to do this one.
Another
After this
one.
One's up, there'll be one more in a couple weeks.
Maybe.
And
there'll definitely be one
more. There'll be one more.
For you to not listen to.
For you to defy us one more time.
Uno más.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this up, and thank you for all this. For not listening.
Fucking mad at you right now.
He's so mad because we argued nothing. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Don't come back. Don't listen.
I didn't need to defend the porn theater for an episode. That was outrageous.
That's your legacy.
Bye, everybody. We're almost done. You can.
This is the longest goodbye.
The journey's almost over.
Oh my God.
You're almost free.
Jesus Christ.
Torment. Oh, so now you're mad?
I'm so mad. I'm not really that mad.
I know you're not.
Hey guys, fuck you. Don't listen.
Bye-bye.